Welcome to our home. So today is it. Today we're going to give you a tour of our home. Not 100% completed, but close enough that we're ready to share it with you. Hi everybody, it's Amy with Heart and Home Orlando, and today, welcome to I think it's going to be the final Our Home for the holidays. So if you've been following us, we've taken you along the journey to us building our own new home, and today we're going to give you a tour of it. Now, fair warning, obviously it's only been a month since we closed, it's the holidays, so we haven't had time to completely unpack everything, but we are going to point out some of the things that we have done, some projects still left to be done, but mostly just share this with you because we are so grateful that you followed along, and we really feel like this is our home, but it's our home. So come on in and let's take a look. So first of all, we've talked about this before. So I've had so many people talk to me and compliment me on this, and I'm gonna just give you the full real story. So there was a lot of things that I knew that I wanted to be here in our entryway, since we had this nice big covered area. As we were unpacking them, I'm like, that goes on the porch. That goes on the porch. Just go put it on the front porch. And then everything just kind of got jumbled. And then ultimately, all I really did was just unjumble it. So I'm glad people like it. Literally, I pulled these out of a box and laid them here. I just laid them there, like not even intentionally. So my point is, I guess sometimes haphazardness can be maybe visually appealing. I don't know. Remember, that is the bench that we talked about that was at my former dance studio. The one piece that I have left from that studio, I painted it black, and I still love it very much that it's right here on the front. Okay, so let's come in and take a look. Now, a few things that we've done, and this is part of what we're going to point out as well. So on this front porch, it came with flat LED lights. So of course we changed those out to these lights, and my husband, and we've talked about his frenzy of technology based things, has created or done the like the Philips Hue lighting. So he's very excited that we change these lights depending on the mood, the time of day, the holiday. Ultimately, it's a pretty cool way to kind of customize your home a little bit. All right, so one of the things that I've always loved about this floor plan was this circular foyer entryway. Now, it is a beautiful aesthetic. You come right in, it's this beautiful circular foyer. However, could create a bit of a challenge for actually hanging things on the wall. So we're not quite there yet. So a couple of things we did. First of all, we had the entire home painted agreeable gray as soon as we moved in. There's a couple of accent spots that I'm going to point out. So we did a darker shade up in the ceiling, actually, of this tray ceiling in the entryway, as well as in the back accent wall of the little niche cutout that we have as well. We changed out a lighting fixture in here as well. And of course, we had added the early stages of construction, we had added the 4 lights. So this right here is really just a bunch of artwork that I had in our other home. I knew exactly where they went in that house. And here we just haven't had time to put things up, not really sure where they're gonna go. So I just kind of accumulated them right here. And again, it's just kind of this grouping of random things. So another thing I wanna mention is that I've been very excited to put things up. But there's nothing more than a mom wanting to create that nest for her family and to get everything up and feeling like home and feeling comfortable. But sometimes you have to take your time and don't just slap stuff on the wall, because if you don't like it there, you're gonna have to take it down and patch the wall. So sometimes patience is a virtue, and we just kind of have to take it back. So that patience comment is really gonna be my excuse for why half the things are not done that I expected to have done for you by now. All right, let's take a look back here. So this is the studio suite option. This was a structural option that we chose. It does have its own private door, and the door back behind me actually is going to go directly to the single car garage. So this studio suite, or the apartment, or the in-law suite, is actually my 16-year-old son's like heaven, I guess. So this is his space. Again, in the original floor plan, this would have been 2 separate rooms, but we did the studio suite option. So not only does he have a living room or a bedroom, sleeping area, but he's got his own little hangout zone here. He's got his TV, and remember, this is real life, folks. There's dirty dishes in his sink, and he's going to hear from me when he gets back. But we live here. This is not a model show home, so you're going to see things, probably even our pets and most likely my children, kind of lounging around the house. So this is us. This is where we live. But this is his space, and I really do think it's pretty cool the way we were able to customize it. He really wanted black and gray and white as his colors. Not totally my favorite, but that's what we did for him, and I think it turned out well. So this is his bathroom. It's just a single bathroom, single toilet, sink, cabinet, counter, lighting fixture, and that's his shower stall. Now, I want you to take a really good look at that Listello. If you were following us, again, one of the videos we talked about the oopsies. Well, his is actually not an oopsie. His was done correctly, but when we go upstairs, we're going to show you the way that we fixed the oopsie that they made for us upstairs. Not our fault, the builder's fault. Okay, so studio suite here again, wet bar area. So he's got the refrigerator with the overflow of our Christmas morning breakfast stuff because my refrigerator is filled with the turkey at the moment. Okay, so foyer, circular entryway. Over here to my left is going to be this is my office. This is the room that we talked about is truly designated as the dining room. It's right here by the kitchen, which we'll show you in a minute. But this is my office. Again, not completely set up. You'll see that I've got some things still kind of tucked away in the corners. Some things are not hung on the wall. But we did change out the lighting fixture. You remember we talked about that really lovely builder grade chandelier that was in here. Remember, if you're trying to save money, then just go with the standard lighting fixtures that the builder gives you, and then you can swap them out later and probably have a lot more variety and do it at a lot less expense than you would having had the builder do it. Anyway, so here's our room. My chair is still on order. It's coming. It was on back order. My desk, this is a piece of furniture we actually had from our previous home. We've repurposed it here in this room. And then over here is something I wanted to talk about because this is really cool. And we're going to show you a piece of this walling when we go upstairs. This is a product called Lux Wall. It's a very thin wood with 3 adhesive strips on the back of it. Comes in all sorts of colors and textures, and it is very, very, very cool. Very easy to install. You just have a few cuts that you have to make. So as long as you've got the right equipment, it's really kind of easy. But I love it. We've not hung everything up on it yet because Eric's going to do that as soon as we get around to it. But this is my office slash used to be, could be, would be dining room. And by the way, I did make it so that we could repurpose that. If we ever had to sell the home, this is certainly still conducive to a dining room because the space is huge, and even what we did on the wall I think would be beautiful. Okay, let's do the pet room. Okay, Eric's nodding over here. Okay, so this is actually a closet. So if you were to purchase this home, this truly is designated as a closet, but we love our pets, so we have designated this room for them. They also have a pet bath that we'll mention in a minute that's in the laundry room, but this closet is just kind of their zone. Now, I will be honest, they don't really use it yet. I think they're still trying to acclimate themselves to the home. But we have Penny, Lucy, Maggie, Molly. We have their little sign, and then it tucks back over here, and then there's a cute little bed over here with a little sign for them. So this is a nice little spot, and that little piece of furniture I got, I believe, from Kirkland's a while back. It's a great piece for storage because look at this, it's very cool. These slides, little barn doors on either side, so it's great for storage. Again, got that at Kirkland's because that was at our old house, so last year. Okay, so here is my kitchen. I am so excited. Again, we're living here, so this is not going to be staged and modeled home perfect, but it is perfect for us, and I could not love it more. Last night we had our first gathering here at our home. Our dear friends, Daryl and Jen, came over with their 2 kids. My daughter and son-in-law came over. Of course, my oldest son is here. My daughter's back from college. My youngest obviously still lives here. And a very dear friend of ours back from our performing days always comes in December to visit her parents who live here in Florida. So she came, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful evening. So I will tell you, this is a great home to entertain in as well. So we really enjoyed that. But kitchen is kind of set up. We have our pendant lights now. Again, remember we had the pre-wire before, so we have our pendant lights. They have finished the backsplash, and this is a glass tile beveled edge backsplash. And a little things we're going to point out. I'm missing a vent right here. Yes, I know. The builder knows. We're waiting for it. It's not perfect. And that's the other thing I want to mention. We are now in our home pretty much a month, almost to the day, and we're still missing a few things. Nothing that means I can't function in my home. Can it be frustrating to wait for it? Yes. But is it normal? Yes. And that's okay. So I'm missing a vent. It's going to get to me. I know it will. All right. So kitchen. Now, by the way, I have to tell you a couple things. Don't go in on the sink, Eric, because there's dirty dishes in here. This sink I love, but there's something about this sink that I never knew. Because it is one big open area, it doesn't drain like a typical sink. So like when you're just washing things, you kind of have to push the water to the center drain. It doesn't dip down as much as you would expect. So just, I mean, again, things I didn't know. I wish I had known. Maybe I would have gone with a different sink. Love this refrigerator, by the way. Did not get that from the builder, but that is the bomb diggity of fridges over there. All right, so here's our pantry. We had the frosted glass came from the builder, but we added this. We ordered this from Etsy, so thank you for that. And then we did do, oh gosh, this pantry is a mess. But we did have the custom closet people come in, and they were here maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago to get all of the closets done. We are not showing you all the closets, but they are all done and they are all beautiful. Here is our kitchen table. You can see we also, again, changed the lighting fixture out. This table I love, again, mostly because it already seats 8. And because I forego that dining room and made that my office, we kind of eliminated an area for us to kind of eat when we had a lot of people. Remember, we have 4 kids. We have a son-in-law. We've got, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends that are going to come and be with us. So it's nice to have all of this extra eating space in the kitchen. So we have 6 chairs at the island, and then we have another 8 right here. And I will tell you, we used every bit of them when we were with our friends last night. Okay, so tucked back over here before I forget. So back behind me, so this is we always say the iconic Madame shelves. You know, this is kind of their thing at their entryway. So what I did here is I just added some wallpaper back here. That's all it is. It's just wallpaper. It is very inexpensive, easy to do. But I just put that pop of color back behind them, and then we just added a little shoe rack there, and of course there's hooks. This is Eric's little office nook over here. I did the same matching wallpaper over here just to give him an accent wall. This is his little zone. I'm not going to fuss at him because at the moment it's a little bit cluttered, and I would prefer to have been really perfect for you, but I'm not gonna fuss. He's laughing at me. I'm not gonna fuss at him, but that's a great little spot for him. Again, changed out the lighting fixture for that. And take a look at that lighting fixture over here. We also changed out this one. This one is our actual entryway. Behind me is the 2-car garage. This area I haven't done anything with, and this is why. This is where patience comes in. I have a lot of things that I should put up here on this wall, but I want it to be perfect. I want it to be eye-catching, but I want it to be functional for our family. So I'm just waiting until I can either see that idea and emulate it or just find something that kind of inspires me. But this wall is gonna have something cool on it. At the moment, it's just plain Jane. So back over here is our laundry room and the pet bath. Now it's also a disaster, but I cannot tell you how much I love having this sink. I've never had a laundry sink before, and I absolutely love it. Like last night, we needed an extra space to clean out a big pot for Eric's crab pot boil thing, and this was really nice. It came in handy. But I love the laundry room area, washer dryer, and then again tucked back over here to my left where 2 more lighting fixtures are stored. This is the pet bath, and then there's some more shelving. But this is a great spot for them. We honestly, it was just kind of a default for putting the pets' dishes there. That wasn't the plan. But when we first moved in, I needed to get them fed and get them some water, so I just put it in there because the floor was better, and it just kind of stayed. Okay, so let's hit over here into the main area, I guess, the 2-story family room, great room area. Our dogs are being so good. We thought about putting them outside for this, and then we're like, you know what, they're being quiet and they're being good. So this is what our pets, is that Lucy snoring? Hi, Elizabeth. So this is Maggie up here, and there's Penny, and this is Lucy, and this is our life. We love our pups, and of course we actually love our human daughter too. Elizabeth's over there hanging out, keeping the dogs kind of calm. So this is the 2-story family room. So a couple things that we did in here. First of all, there's nothing on the walls yet. Again, that patience thing. I don't know what to do. I will get there eventually, but there's 2 things that I did do. Number 1 is I had the builder install that ceiling fan because there was no way I was going to ever be able to get that installed after we closed because it's just too high. And the other thing we did is we got a 12-foot Christmas tree, which we just decorated actually the other day once we finally had everyone in place for that. So nice big Christmas tree. I had to order a new angel because the one we had looked very little stubby on it. So we got a new angel for the top of the Christmas tree. We have the garlands along the banister, and obviously we are ready for Christmas. So this room, again, love it. The funny thing is we don't use it as much as we use upstairs, which we'll show you in just a minute. All right, so back in the backyard. So we're gonna do a quick peek out here, but mostly because I want to tell you something about the Lanai, which again, we've actually met with our pool person person. That's going to be starting pretty soon. We have that all laid out. Ooh, it's bright sunshine. We are in Florida, folks. So this is one thing I want to kind of reference when it comes to lanais. So our other home had the lanai kind of on the back corner of the home, which meant that you had the ability to extend it, but then over here it was kind of visible to your neighbors. So this, uh-oh, Molly, no ma'am, no ma'am. So this, sorry, this is live. So this lanai, I like how this side is private and this side is private. So no matter what we're doing here on the lanai space, we're gonna, you know, we can come out here in our pajamas and that's completely fine. Our neighbors are private. They've put up a privacy fence. Coincidentally, we also put up a fence. So that's what it looks like when you have a black iron fence up against a privacy fence. Again, that was just kind of a oopsie when it came to permitting and timing. Otherwise, one of us would probably not have put the fence there. Anyway, so hopefully next year we'll do another video for you once we've added some more things and we've got the pool. But until then, that is going to be the backyard. This is the pool bath door, which we'll take a peek at here in just a minute. And then we'll head upstairs. So over here, down this hallway to our left, my left, to your right, is the powder bath. So this powder bath, first of all, wrong pedestal sink. And I told them it was the wrong pedestal sink and they didn't believe me. And then I showed them my paperwork and they'll be bringing our new pedestal sink that is the correct one. Now, this is why I know it's the wrong one, because the one thing that the girl at the design center did talk about, and I've never had a pedestal sink before, all of ours were regular, but I want you to look at something. So let's say I take, because if there's a lip here, see, lip? So if I put, it won't sit there because it's going to fall off, right? So if I put it here, you can't really do that. So this is why I know this is the wrong sink, because the girl at the design center said, you know, that standard one isn't really conducive to putting any kind of soap or anything up there. And so she's like, why don't you get the square one, because then you'll have more space. And so I did, and now I realize that's wrong, but I'm not worried because the builder's going to fix it. Okay, so here's the master bedroom. Again, not completed by any stretch of the imagination. We still have curtains. I have the curtains, I have the rods, we just haven't put them up. We also have these two, in fact, here's one of them, these two big mirrors that are eventually going to be hung back over here behind each of the nightstands. But back to the patience is a virtue. I'm not 100% sure I like this here. We might switch it and put it on that wall. So if anything has to get shifted or altered or even scooted over a couple of inches, I don't want to have mounted these big, massive, heavy mirrors and not have them in the correct space. So again, that's my excuse. I'm just waiting to figure out what I want to do. So closets on either side, those are disasters. We're not going to look at them. Powder bath over there, you don't need to see that. Okay, so over here, this is Eric's favorite shower, which I will tell you is really awesome. I really, really, really love it. It is, it's a fabulous shower. He changed out the shower heads. Really, I mean, it's really nice. You just have to squeegee it down, and that's one thing I will tell you that you always have to do if you have these showers. You need to spray them, squeegee them, and then you're good. Okay, and then over here, I guess you can't really see that because of the mirror, but nice big long counter, and then of course the tub and the garden tub area that Eric likes to soak in when he has that headache. Okay, so we are gonna go take a peek upstairs. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, so the other thing that I really like as we head upstairs is the actual staircase itself. I love the flooring. It came out beautiful, far better than I could have expected. The stain that we chose, I love that. And the best thing about this is that you have this really wide landing. So let me tell you, as we were moving the furniture and the movers were moving furniture, this was actually a really nice open area for them to be able to maneuver around. So we have a game room and a media room up here, and this is our designated game room. So several years ago, I guess, when our oldest son came home for Thanksgiving, he brought a few board games, and he's always been the person when he was at college, he's been out of college now for a few years, but always kind of helped organize kind of games with friends and family. And I tell you, it has become a really, really fun and treasured time with all of us. So this room is kind of our designated board game room. And believe me, it's been a lot of fun. So the table, again, got some great storage. We have some repurposed, some shelving that were actually in my old office at our other other house, and then a closet, of course, with additional shelving. But this is just specifically for our board games or puzzles or anything that we want to do. And I love this table that we got at City Furniture, I believe. It seats 6, but you can see that there's still ample room to put people on the end. So this is a great table if you've got a lot of people that want to kind of hang out and play some board games or play a game of cards or even poker. All right, so back over here, we are going to now enter the theater and lounge. So by the way, this sign, as well as another one that you're going to see, I also got from Etsy, and I'm happy to share with you the person that did that. They did a fabulous job, and they kind of custom did them. But before we leave, I did want to point out these great big canvases. That's where I got these from. Actually, it's greatbigcanvas.com. So I had those in our other home as well, and then of course that Scrabble board came with us from our other house as well. All right, so here is our media room. This is Eric's favorite, and while it is mostly done, it is certainly not completely done. So a couple things that we'll reference. First of all is that we did go, and I went way out of my comfort zone here with this paint color, but we did paint it a really deep, rich brown that actually has a gray undertone. Eric got his 85-inch TV, I believe, in here, which is absolutely magnificent. We already had our family movie night in here as well. Super fun. I got this nice piece of furniture also from Haverty's, I believe. And it was one of those happy accidents because it was super long. I had no idea at the time the size TV that Eric was going to choose, but ultimately I think proportionally it's beautiful. So the other thing I wanted to mention, again, we're not done. See, I have these little decor pieces that we had from our other home not having been put up yet, but I wanted to show you the Lux wall. So another project that we have to do still is this piece of wood is going to go very similar to our office wall, is going to go back here along this television wall. But this is what it is. It's a really thin, very lightweight piece of wood, and then you have these 3 really strong adhesive strips. Super, super, super easy to install. And you can see we have all of those boxes over here prepped and ready for as soon as Eric and I can find several hours to get it done. All right, so this is the media room itself, and then over here, of course, is our little pub and our soda bar. So my son Forrest is here. He is here from Austin. He is working from here while he's here. What are you doing? Oh, and it's Scouter Boy. So this is Scout. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. So this is the best dog in the absolute entire world, right, Scout? Right. This is his rescued dog, Scout, and he is amazing. This guy, we love him so much. He is just like another child to us. All right, so this is our little pub. We call it, again, if you take a look at the sign, McCoy's Pub and Soda Bar. We're not big drinkers here, so we really kind of made this more of a soda bar type area. A little bit messy at the moment, but this is a great spot as well. So you can see you've got a nice big pub table with 4 chairs over there, right there connected to the media room. And again, when we had our movie night, it was fabulous. We had all of our candy and our popcorn and our sodas and waters were all right there, and that was really fun. So I love this area. This is definitely fun and entertainment. All right, so these 2 bedrooms are actually the ones that are connected by a Jack and Jill bathroom. So this is our Pilates or exercise room. It's Pilates. We have the Peloton in here. I'm not big on the Peloton. Eric loves it. My son loves it. I'm big on the Pilates machine, and I promise in 2022 I'm going to reacquaint myself with it. But this is the exercise room that we have here in the home. And this is the room, if you remember when we talked about the oopsie with the builder. If you remember this closet, it was about 7 inches incorrect. It should have been pushed back, and that we gave them an easy out by saying just frame it out. We lost 6 or 7 inches into the room itself, but all in all it worked out just fine. Again, as the Pilates room or the exercise room, we're in fine shape. So this is the Jack and Jill bathroom. So currently this is really my daughter's bathroom, and so while we're not going to pay too much attention, I do want to show you this, because this is the Listello. So remember when we talked about the builder made a mistake? Honest mistake, not mad, but it wasn't correct. So the instructions were, I believe, 60 inches and above is where that Listello was supposed to go, like we saw in my son's studio suite with the black, white, gray Listello. And here, they actually did it. It was here. They did whatever and down. And so what they ended up doing is they gave us another 6 inches. So that is a super big band of Listello, and that's what it looks like. And we'll show you what it looks like in the other one as well. And then, of course, this is my daughter's room. She's the one that is in college. So I think this has motivated her to come back home a little bit more often. She's really enjoying kind of having her own space. And the transom windows up above, we thought we would do some window treatments on. The jury is still out on that one, but she really likes having that light from up above. This is my son's room. We're not going to go in there right now, the son's room / guest room, but I do want to show you the Listello here in this one as well. Mostly because I do think that visually speaking, it's really important to kind of see kind of how this works. So again, you know, we had like here to here, and then they added this extra 6 inches, and I love this Listello. It's really beautiful. All right, so we are gonna go take a peek back into that game room, and I think that is everything other than the guest room, my son's room, which we're not gonna show you. But that's pretty much it. You know, we still have work to do. There are still projects to be done. Windows, curtain rods need to be hung. Some things I have no idea. The 2-story ones, I have no idea. What am I gonna do with those? So there's certain things that I still have to kind of contemplate. If you've got ideas, feel free to share them with me. If anybody has a great room like that with those 2-story, please give me some ideas. I've seen some, but I just can't wrap my mind about how I'm going to make that entire wall with those windows look like something. Okay, so that is about it for our home. I cannot tell you enough how much Eric and I have enjoyed having you kind of go along this ride with us. I know it's probably been informative. Hopefully it's been you know, fun for you as well. It's definitely been fun for us, a little kind of out of our element to share so much of it, but I will tell you, it is just, we're so grateful to all of you, to all of our clients, everyone kind of coming along this journey with us from years and years and years ago, or even if you just subscribed last week, it doesn't matter, you are family to us. And so therefore, welcome home to all of us. All right, guys, we love you. Have a wonderful, happy holiday season. Merry Christmas. Please have a wonderful, safe, happy New Year. Protect yourself, stay good, stay safe, stay well. Remember, we love you, and happy house hunting.